Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Probable Magic. This is episode number 54. We're going to be doing a Theros draft. It's going to be Theros draft number 22, stuck in a bit of a Swiss rut, winning 2 out of 3 Swiss rounds. Going to try to break that streak here. Been in kind of phase 2 of Probable Magic, where we're really focused on trying to take some lessons away from each draft, and definitely saw the importance of a good curve. And last couple episodes, been trying to force myself to stay very open. I don't have a specific experiment for tonight. We're going to see where this goes. I think the staying open experiment was good, even though I'm not sure I ever quite pulled it off as much as I intended. But the thing to remember with experiments like that is you want to try to learn something from them. They can be very useful to force you outside of the box, outside of your comfort zone, and try to learn something. But resist the temptation to view them as the formula for success, because I don't think there is one in Magic, one specific formula for success, especially in Theros. And what do we have here? So the first thing to catch my eye is a Night Howler. He's pretty good. And I think the most powerful thing in this pack by far, is there anything that's even close to him? I don't think so. Would love to see Mogus Marauder come back. Not sure we can really expect that to happen. Excuse me. I like the Chimera, Horizon Chimera. I've tried to splash him in the past, hasn't gone well. I'm just going to take the Night Howler. And what do we see? There are some decent black cards. I don't particularly care for Tormented Hero. I like Returned Phalanx and Pharika's Cure. I think the most powerful cards in the pack here are blue. Triton Tactics, very powerful. I actually like the Nimbus Naiad more. So I'm going to take that. I think we can hope for one of these black cards to come back. It may just be the Minotaur come back, or the Chimera wouldn't be the worst. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Soldier of Fortune, I don't like. None of the black or blue cards are very powerful. What I like is Divine Verdict and Ordeal of Perforos. And we're going to bear in mind our experiment of the past 2 episodes of staying open and not let the fact that we're not in those colors yet deter us. So which do we like? I'm going to take the verdict. Well, we have all kinds of options now. Looks like a combination of black, blue, white. Very good colors to be in here. So I'm looking at Griptide, Voyage's End, Shipwreck Singer, and the Sentry. Feel like I don't need a bounce spell here. Want one of these two. I think the Sentry's more powerful. It's kind of running out of time there, as you saw. So between these two is interesting. And I'm pretty sure it's between these two for me. Don't like Flesh Mad Steed as much. If I'm taking a black 2, it will be the Phalanx over the Steed for sure. And I feel like being black, white, splash, blue, a definite option here. I'm going to take the 2. I don't have any 2s yet. I have some 3s. Let's do that. This looks like it may be a more controlling deck. I think these colors will lead themselves well to a controlling deck. Cetessan Griffin, not that great without green. I've certainly played him as a white flying 3/2 for 5, which isn't the worst. I think I'm going to take the Harpy. Don't like the Hippocamp that much. Okay, which one is this? He's draw a card. He's not as good as the other one. I think I will take a sip here. I think we want blue to be the splash color. We're definitely in black. I think an amulet is going to go nicely in this deck. And here I'll pick up Laguna Ban over the Battle Priest. Ooh. So, wow. That black definitely opened. This was our starting pack. All 3 of these black cards came back. Very surprising. What do I want? I don't want the Minotaur. I want one of these 2. I think I'll have more chances to pick up Phalanxes. I'm going to take the Cure here. I'll take another Centaur. Now I'll take the Steed. So that was a nice pack 1. I mean, we picked up all cards that we could play. Really don't want to play Lost in the Labyrinth. Really don't want to play the Artisan either. We'll see what happens. I think my thought of the moment is I want to be black, heavy black, with some white, and blue is more of a splash. So, Chain to the Rock, not exciting because we're not planning to run any mountains. I don't really like Dissolve, and even if I did, it's too blue. Really, this pack is between the Scholar and a second Naiad, and that is a tough call. Um, I think the Naiad is the more powerful card, and black seemed wide open. If no one else is in black white, I mean, this guy could conceivably table. That might be ambitious. And Thusa, he's okay. I think the pick here has to be the Emissary, more powerful than a Disciple of Phoenix, or Voyage's End. Yeah, let's take an Emissary. Oh. Anax and Siamede. I hate playing against that card. Do I want to just hate draft it? I am considering it. Otherwise, what am I taking? Otherwise, I'm probably taking Omen Speaker? Cavern Lampad? Let's do it. Wow. Okay. Here's some options. So, I'm looking at Divine Verdict. I'm looking at Sip of Hemlock. I'm looking at Baleful Eidolon. I already have one of each of these. I would double up on Divine Verdict before doubling up on Sip of Hemlock. So it's between the Verdict and the Eidolon. I'm only at 11 creatures. I'm going to take the Eidolon. If I'm going to splash blue, this Temple seems ideal. What am I passing up? I'm passing up a Vanquish. Mnemonic Wall, interesting. That wouldn't be bad either. How about here? I'm heaviest in black. I think I'll take the Disciple. Here I can take a Spellcaster, or I can take a Dark Betrayal for the board. Or I could take Rescue. I don't have a lot of value out of Rescue. I'm going to take Dark Betrayal for the board. Ooh. And here I get to choose between Ordeal. I combine choose and Ordeal there. Or Chill. I get to choose between Ordeal and a Phalanx. I need some early defense. I don't have a lot of early offense. I want the Phalanx. And the Scholar came back, so we read that one very well. Uh, do I want a hippocamp in any way? I really don't. Which one of these black cards do I want? Or do I just take the Nihilias? It's possible. Between these, what do I want? Do I want March of the Returned? I really don't. I'm going to take one of these blue creatures. I'm going to take this one. Lampad there. Ooh, and we even get a wall. This is coming together nicely. There's things to cut. We really don't want the ox. There's really no way for us to play that. I think we have enough threes that we don't want the Triton. Probably have enough removal sorceries to consider splashing the wall. I really don't want to see this guy, although he's not the absolute worst. I mean, he's close. A gray merchant would be really nice in this deck. A Pyxis of Pandemonium would not, but we will take a Keepsake Gorgon for sure. Would also love another Eidolon, but there's no way we're passing the Gorgon for that. Yeah, it's only between those two guys here. Would love a Hopeful Eidolon too. But let's slam that Gorgon. This is a style of deck, at least the way it seems to be shaping up, that I often did in Ravnica block, with sometimes good success and sometimes not, of trying to be solidly in one color and then splashing in two directions. And I'm thinking I'll try to do that here, being very core black, splashing blue and white. And with the temple and the amulet, this seems possible. Wow, that's a lot of green. Yep, that's a lot of green, but we don't want that. Don't think I need a second steed. Definitely like the scholar here over either of the little horsies. And there's Gary. I think that's very powerful on our deck. Wouldn't turn down an Alseid. Yep, that's pretty perfect though. We're going to have some cuts to make, which is nice. Phalanx Leader, not that great in our deck. Don't like the double white either. Wave Crash Titan, Triton, not bad. I don't have many heroic enablers. In fact, I'm not sure I have any except Bestow Creatures, which is not the worst. I like the second verdict here. Aqueous Form, consideration, but I definitely like the verdict. As much as I want this guy to be good, my experience has been he's not a great splash. I feel fine on threes. I think I actually like the Glare as a sideboard card. It's either that or Viper's Kiss. Let's take the Glare. Okay. Here we can take a Philosopher or a Vaporkin or a Benthic Giant. I think I just like the Vaporkin. Triton Tactics or Lash of the Whip. Yeah, I'm going to take the Lash. Ooh. Lots of good stuff. I wish this pack was earlier that we'd see something come back. I think I like the Harpy over the third Scholar. Two's enough. Wouldn't turn down a Centaur. I think that goes very nicely with, not you. Where are you? Night Howler. We're going to take the Harpy here. What does Pixis actually do? Exile top 7 cards, sacrifice. Yeah, no, not doing that. Aqueous Form, chosen by Heliod. I'm not playing either of those, so I'm just going to take the Fox. Is there any chance we want a second Steed? Pretty sure I don't. I think I have enough enchantment creatures that I just take the Sorrow. Which of these do I want? Really neither. Steam Augury worth anything? Nope. Well, I missed that. What did I get? Not even sure what I got. Coastline Chimera. Fine. Sure. Sure. I think I have 3 of those artisans now, and I don't really want to play any of them. Alright. Excuse me. I like where this is going. We're not red. We're not green. We are unquestionably black. Oh, that's a sideboard card. Cure, Eidolon. We're going to call Fleshmad Steed a maybe. Minotaur maybe. Lampad even a maybe. No. 13 black cards. That's a pretty nice core. Between white and blue, pretty sure white's stronger. Plus it brings in the Sentry, which is good. We want the Scholars. That's a sideboard card. I think I want the Verdicts. So that's 20 right there. And I'm at 15 creatures. So certainly an option would be just to keep this as black-white. We could just bring in an artisan and a lamphead and a minotaur. And we could call that a deck. That is not bad. Not thrilled about the artisan. So the artisan, this minotaur is just kind of okay. Lampad's okay. What are we turning down in blue if we do that? If we're splashing blue, we really want the amulet. That lets white be more of a splash too. How many enchantments do we have for Laguna Band? We have Eidolon, 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 enchantments for this guy, so let's realize that he's just kind of, all these guys are mediocre. Or we bring in the naiads and the amulet. We have blue for the phalanx. We could certainly bring in the vaporkin. The wall. I kind of like the wall, because what do we have for spells? 1. We have 5 spells to get back with the wall. What's that like? "17 creatures. We need black. Blue and white are both kind of splashes. I kind of like this better. He's a little iffy. He's only great on 2. Maybe we bring in one of those guys. Maybe we really need him on 2, or an 18th land. That's kind of an 18th land. I kind of like that. 12, 2, and 3. Well, that seems a little low. I think we're going to do 10. So I've got 10 black sources plus the amulet. I've got 4 blue sources plus the amulet. I have 4 white sources plus the amulet. I need black in the opening hand. Any hand without a black source probably need to mulligan. Do I want Steed or the Minotaur? Or an 18th land? Let's keep it like that. Let's see what this can do. This is interesting. Let's see what it can do. I'll see you in round 1.